Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this episode 342. Is that where we are? What? It is Sunday, February 21st, and I'm not alone today because the amazingly talented singer-songwriter, people written up about, Lauren LoGrasso is in the house. Hi, Lolo. Wait, did we lose Lauren for the very start of the show? Is that what happened? She kicked the internet. Or maybe she didn't. I'll take her out. I'll put her back in. Taking her out. It's 3:43, Rob. Wow. What did I say? 3:42? Lo?
Hi.
Got you? How come? We just had a whole conversation. Can you guys see her? Can you hear her? Is she frozen for all y'all? It's just like legit.
Am I still not here? I see
no,
me.
You're here. Okay, now you're here.
I see me.
You got her. We got Lauren.
Oh my gosh.
We had a full-blown 10-minute conversation with perfect internet, and then we started, and then just it doesn't.
The internet got nervous.
Yeah, they say she's back. Oh, Jerry Garza says frozen like Texas.
Aww.
Too soon, Jerry. Too soon. Lo, when's the last time you were here? Months ago?
Yeah, it was November 20th.
No, wait. No, you were here briefly for the 300.
Oh, I thought you meant in LA. Yes,
No.
The last time I was here was for your 300th episode.
Okay, well, and that was 3 days ago. So that's whenever.
Too long.
January. The time thing. It's not computing anymore.
Well, I just recently. Do you keep a journal at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just recently started doing the morning pages because I interviewed Julia Cameron for
Wait, what do you mean the morning pages?
So the morning pages are something from this book called The Artist's Way, and it is a practice of writing 3 pages of whatever comes to your mind when you first wake up.
3 pages?
3 pages in a journal. So it's like not like you're in a regular notebook, but 3 pages of whatever comes out. So it could be you write, I don't want to write, I'm so tired. Or it could be you like start writing a poem. Like it kind of runs the gamut. But ever since I've been doing those, and the theory is you do those because it gets all of the anxiety and the BS out of your brain in the morning. So it's not inhibiting you when you're like about to go to like try to create something. But it really has reduced my anxiety. But the other thing is it's helped me keep track of time a little bit more.
So just so I know, because this seems like a totally up my alley thing. You start writing 3 pages the second you wake up. Mm-hmm. And every single day you do that. You could write about whatever you want in any kind of journal you want. There's no like prompt or anything. It's just like
exactly
journal. Okay.
Just whatever free flow comes out of your head. Because the reason I was never able to keep a journal is because I always felt the pressure of being like, today I did blank, blank, and blank, and I felt this way. And it was too much pressure and too many regulations. I like this because I end up tracking the things I'm doing anyway, but there's no guidelines to it. So it's just kind of like blah. And then you end up keeping kind of more track of your life and of the date, which is important right now.
So you do date them?
I date them. And I also say the day of the week they are, because I think that's helpful when you're looking back.
I try to, when we start this show, I don't know if you guys at home have noticed, but I've started looking at the top right of my screen. I say out loud, it is Sunday, February 21st. So just so I know, just so we all like know where we are, because I don't know if you found this, Lo, and also we're in different states right now. So maybe it's different because you're across the country, but right now, I am finding more than all of the other 343 days of quarantine. Right now, people are losing their shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just not.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. And nobody's acting like themselves. And so it's so hard. I don't know if any of your friendships or family ships or whatever are on the rocks. I do see she's frozen. She keeps freezing in these really, really pretty positions, though, with like these big, bold, beautiful smiles on her face. what do I do? I'll remove her again. I'll bring her back in. We'll see if it works. Bringing Lauren back to life in 5, 4, zombie style. 3, 2. I see her. Yeah. Oh no, she froze again. Damn. Well, maybe she'll. What do I mean? Maybe we know she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out some way. Come hell or high water, it's Lauren LoGrasso, so she'll do it. While she is doing that, I will tell you guys that I have been very, very. I think she froze into a new position again. I've been very, very impressed and proud and stoked for Lauren, and I'm really excited for her to come on. I'm always excited for her to come on, and I see that you guys have already put in questions in the Patreon for the $10 up people, and also in the Streamlabs and the super chat. There she is. It's our girl Lo.
I could hear you the whole time. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, but it's like you're doing it on purpose because you keep freezing in these it'll be like these stunning positions and then frozen. Like anytime I freeze, it's like.
Well, I usually do freeze that way, so maybe I'm just having a good day. It is frozen outside, so I guess I'm on theme.
Yeah. I know. Not here. There. Yeah.
That's really good.
You gotta get back here. So it's frozen there too?
It's, I mean, not like Texas, but it is cold. It's been really cold. It's been snowy for a solid couple weeks now.
Yeah, Nana says when I freeze, I don't look that pretty. None of us do. It's a Lauren LoGrasso exclusive. Speaking of Lauren LoGrasso exclusives, so since the last time she was here, she dropped the music video for Freak Show, which is just like unbelievable. If you have not checked it out, it is the first link in the description below. Like I put it in all caps because I'm a 12-year-old girl who, when I get excited about something, I write in caps still. Like I don't even care. I know that there's this whole Gen Z versus millennial battle going on about all the stupid shit that us millennials do.
What, they don't like caps?
They don't like when we part our hair to the side. They don't like when we wear skinny jeans. They don't like when we use the laughing, crying emoji. They don't like that we use all capital letters. Like there's all this stuff going on. But I'm an all caps.
What have we ever done to them except support them? I'm sorry.
I'm just an all caps kind of chick.
Yeah.
That's who I am. And so when I get excited about something, I don't do the uppercase, lowercase thing like we used to do when I don't know if you used to do this in your AIM profile, like you would do like capital L, lowercase a, capital U, capital R, lowercase e, capital N. So it looked like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't do that.
I'm not doing that anymore. I just do all caps. So it's
you graduated.
Check it out. And by the way, while you were there, like even while you're listening to the supple sounds of my voice right now, wow, that was just so far off. My voice has never been supple a day in my life. It's like,
I disagree. I think it's sultry.
As you're listening to this, click on the link. If you already have watched the music video, then watch it again after. And if not, just keep the tab open because I know how our minds work during this time. And I know that you guys, like, you're going to plan on watching and then time's going to go by and then you're going to be like, shit, I forgot to watch. So keep it open and leave a comment right now. Let's get those thumbs up on the video. She already has over 1,000 views, which I was like, Lauren, blow the fuck up. But let's get those views, those comments. If you leave a comment during this video, then I will give you guys a shout out. So leave a comment on her music video, leave that thumbs up. And let us know what you think in the chat here. You guys already have told me, I've heard in my Discord and my Patreon and all over that you guys are obsessed with this one. And I get it because Lo, this was like a next level music video. I mean, I was part of the first one. I wish I could have been there on this team, but like you pimped this one out.
Yeah. And it's wild because it was so much more simple to shoot. It cost a third of the first one.
So, okay. Is that because you had the knowledge from the first one going into this? Or is that just because sometimes when you like let go, things happen or somewhere in between or something?
It's somewhere in between, but I think it's more B than A. Like, I think it's me letting go because the first one I was so controlling and so scared and wanted everything to be perfect that I really sucked the joy out of the whole thing. Also had a lot more people involved, not my friends, but like just like crew, a lot more crew was involved. We had to rent a space for the first one. Like this was just more simple. We shot it in the desert. I rented a truck. We had 5 people, including me. And
during quarantine times. So
yeah.
That must have been an added level of stress, or was it not?
No, totally. Because we had to make sure everybody was COVID safe, like tested. Everybody had to wear masks. We distance. And it was, yeah. And we had to also find a place that was outdoors because not only did I think it was appropriate for the song, but I wanted to give us an extra level of safety so we weren't inside and more likely to spread.
Well, that's all things that you needed to do, but I know that also, like, even with doing all of those things, it probably is still something on your mind. Somebody who's trying to create during this time, it's like it's a lot. It's a lot to be thinking about all of the things. Anytime I'm trying to create something, I want to just focus on what I'm doing. But you've had to kind of step in and be your own producer and like quarantine expert and also the star of the show. Do you feel like maybe because you were so focused on other things, that's why this performance, because to me, this performance was just like so beautiful and like free.
Oh, thank you. You know, I never even thought about the performance aspect of it. I was just
That's
thinking
what
about,
I'm thinking.
well, yeah, I'm curious. So what was your take on it? Because I don't really, I love the way it looks. I've watched it over and over again. It feels very me.
It feels so you. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is, Lo. Like when I watched this, I was just like, she's just her in a gorgeous spot and like being free and like being just her. And that really read. Like I loved your first music video and I thought that it was excellent, but I definitely think it was more like staged and this is on this time and this is at this time. This one was very like, here I am and this is how I move and this is how I breathe and this is how I walk and this is how I exist and so here I am.
Yeah.
And that just really resonated with me.
Yeah. And that brings tears to my eyes because I feel like that's the stage in my life I'm in right now. You know, it's like I think I tried so hard when I was younger, and even earlier, like in the past year, um, to like fit into a box. And I think I'm finally like, I'm done trying to do that. Like all I want to do is be myself and have freedom and empower other people to be themselves. And so I feel like this video is an extension of that. And I'm really happy it came through.
Where is that revelation coming from?
I think all the self-development work I've been doing, you know, I've been in therapy for 3.5 years now. Also, I've just realized like, you know, I've done a lot of amazing things in my career, but I think there have been a lot of times when I've really sidelined my own passion just because something else was in front of me. And I'm just like fed up with all I'm fed up with like structures that try to inhibit us. And I want nothing to do with it anymore, whether that's like a familial issue that is keeping us small and like, you know, keeping us locked in shame or some sort of institution we're working with that wants us to only be one thing. I want to be everything that I am. And I just don't have the stomach. Like there was just a distinct moment. Actually, you know, I went through a little health thing in December. And
I didn't know if you were talking about that.
I haven't really talked about it openly, but I don't know if I'm ready to like say the exact particulars of what happened, but that kind of instigated me to be like, when it first happened, I was like, oh, good. I thought, oh, good. Like if something is truly wrong with me, this is good because then I can like rest and be myself. And that was like
wow, that was the first thought process.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's pretty fucked up.
I don't think that's fucked up. I think it's telling.
Yeah.
Of where you were and like what you were looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow.
And so when I had that thought, that was kind of, there have been so many moments. It's like, it's hard. I actually probably like, that's a great question because I can't give you a direct answer right now because I don't know if there was like an exact moment, but I think that time, it was in late December when this happened, was also a pretty pivotal moment in shifting my perspective and being like, what am I really living for? And am I going towards something right now? Like just in general in my life that feels honest and authentic to me. And if not, how do I pull back the layers and get more toward myself?
So what do you think in the chicken and the egg debate for this?
Yeah.
What do you think comes first? Is the first thing the awareness to think, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I have to do everything I can to not feel like this anymore. Or is the first thing taking a small step and then when you get to the other side, or I don't even know if there is another side, but a further part in your journey, realizing, wow, I had been fed up. Thank God I made those decisions to change things because I now see that I just was not in an okay place.
I think for me, it was taking the first step. I think it's different for different people, but for me, I needed a lot of times in my life, I take a lot of baby steps before I take a giant leap. And it's not something that I definitely want to do. Like, I would like to get to a place where I can just make more cut and dried decisions. But for me, I wind up for a long time before I hit. And so that's what I had to do. Like, I've been getting acupuncture and like going even harder toward therapy, doing the morning pages. I switched up my meditation practice in the morning. I started doing like
Can
a
you
really
tell us
cool.
about that? I want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'll circle back to it.
oh,
I'll make a note, making a mental note.
make a mental note.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and also I've prioritized rest. I mean, I know you're a person that struggles with this too. My whole life, I felt like my worth was tied up in my output. I still feel like that. I'm not out of that yet, but I've also realized that if I keep going the way I'm going to, I'm going to fucking burn out. So I don't want to do that. I feel like I have a lot more work to do. I feel like I have a lot more people who I want to help, and I have a lot more music I want to write and shows I want to create, and just I want to be with my family and friends. And I think that I have totally neglected the part of me that was just human and just only focused on the career piece. And I think that we can't do that because it's going to have some sort of negative backlash at some point.
When you refer to the part of you that's human, what does that mean? Is that the friends and family aspect? Is that the sleeping? Is that the meditation? Or do you mean like just listening to your wants?
I think just knowing that I'm worthy, like that I don't have to prove that I'm worthy by like, the People magazine article is amazing. And I do, like, I'm not out of this yet, but the place that I'm trying to get toward is saying that just because I'm alive, because I was born, and I believe this for all of us, because we are alive and we are born, we are inherently worthy of love, and just we're worthy, like, to be here. We deserve to take up space. In the past, and even to this day, I've very often tied up my worthiness with output and with what I achieve. So my output and my achievements. And I want to shift my focus from that. Still do that, obviously, because that's my passion and it's what I love. It's what I'm here to talk about. And, I'm an artist through and through. But you can't be an artist if you don't acknowledge that you're a human. And I think that I've been neglecting that piece.
I actually do not feel like a human anymore.
Yeah.
That definitely resonates with me because that I do not feel like a human being anymore. And I don't even know how to, that's why I'm kind of asking you, what does that mean to you? Because I don't even really know what that means. Why don't I feel like a human? I walk and I talk and I breathe and I function. So I know that I am a human. I just don't feel like one anymore. And so it is hard to try to identify what does that mean to be able to balance things and to be able to feel like a human. I don't know what that would even look like or what the aspiration is. Like, if I want to feel like a human, where would that be?
I think you and I have both prided ourselves on being machines.
Yeah.
And machines break though,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, definitely.
At some point.
Oh no. Oh, I hope she remembers what she was just gonna say. At some point, what, Lauren?
Am I back? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think that it's at some point. I don't remember what the at some point was. Sorry.
No, I was
going to say after that was like, it's not helping the situation we're in right now in quarantine. Like that doesn't help. That because right now all we have to focus on is like work. That's the only thing we can distract ourselves with and busy ourselves with, and we just keep going like this. But when this energy is all you have, it's going to drop. At some point it will drop. Maybe that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's something you have to start questioning, Rox, because you can't keep this up forever. Or if you do, life will stop you. If you don't stop yourself, life will stop you.
I've been spending a lot of time sitting and thinking like, how did I get here? I don't know if you do the same thing where you think about like, okay, legitimately, like not in a vague way, not like, how did I get here? When you sit and you think like, how did I get here? How did I get to this point where I'm about to be 30 years old? I am single. I am childless. I am not on television, and I'm working 100-hour weeks. So, and I live 3,000 miles away from my family who I don't see. So what specific decisions did I make that got me here? And how do I get to that next part? And what is that next part even? Like, I don't even,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I think that I've been I read something that was like, and I'm sure,
listening. I'm just messing with this.
yeah, do your thing. I'm sure we've all read quotes like this that are like, every decision you've made in your life, every little small decision has gotten you exactly to where you are today. And
You're like, which ones though?
yeah, and I'm kind of like, is it every decision? Because like, I don't know. I don't know that that's true. I feel like also every circumstance I was in got me to where I am. And I don't know that it was all just only me, but maybe that's me not being willing to take responsibility for the fact that like I am where I've put myself.
No, yeah, it's a mixture for sure. I think with that quote, you take things really literally sometimes. Yes. And I think that quote means like how you deal with the circumstance too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because also like you've gone through some really, really, really traumatic things in your life and you've dealt with them really well. I think
as best as I could.
As best as you could. And I think we also, like, I was saying to my mom the other day, because my mom is somebody who spends a lot of time being like, if only I'd known then what I know now. I'm like, yeah, but mom, you didn't. Like, that's the point.
But you didn't.
Yeah. And I feel the same thing. Like, I mean, I didn't know I was a songwriter till I was 23. If I had known I was a songwriter when I was 15, how different would my life have been? But I didn't. So it's like, it's irrelevant. And for whatever reason, I am a person who believes that like everything happens for a reason, even when we can't understand it. So for whatever reason, I didn't know. And so I learned later. And like, I'm still in the thick of things today. Like, I don't know. It's hard. I don't think that there's like a direct answer to any of these things, but I do think you have to forgive yourself for what you didn't know.
Love that one. Do you think you'll always feel like you're in the thick of it? Do you think there'll be ever a time where you don't feel like you're in the thick of it?
I think there'll be a time when I feel like I'm not in the thick of it if I can actually do what I'm trying to achieve right now, which is love myself for just being alive. If I can't get there, I will always feel like I'm in the thick of it because there's always going to be more to achieve.
The whole idea that you keep bringing up about like our output being our self-worth, are what we're putting. I don't know that I am ready to not feel that way.
Yeah.
That seems like a weird thing to say, but like, I don't know how else I would judge myself if it wasn't based off of what I achieve, because it's kind of all I have. See,
that's where you're wrong.
But that you're right. You might be right, but that's how I feel. Like I
totally
feel like that's what I've got.
I feel that way too, but I'm working toward changing my mind because that can be taken away from you. Like anything that can be taken away from you is not
let it, Lauren.
Yeah. I know. We're both clutchers. We're like, oh, we're gonna make this happen. I mean, my dad, I remember, I think I've talked with you about this before, was when I first moved to LA and I was really struggling. And he's like, well, how long are you gonna keep going at this? Well, Dad, I don't care if it takes till I'm 80. I will never give up. Never. And I love that part of myself. I love that I really feel that way.
And you still feel that way.
I still feel that way.
That's still there. Okay.
Yeah, that's still there. And again, I still do feel very much attached. My worth does feel very much attached to my output. I just don't want it to continue that way because I don't think it's actually sustainable, because there's always going to be a new level to get. And you can be excited about that and you can be proud of what you've done, but it's a very, very fine line between being proud of what you've done and like collecting your self-worth from what you've done. It's hard.
Yeah. I'm very, very rarely proud of what I've done. I am always collecting my self-worth from what I've done. So maybe it is, instead of taking away from my self-worth being from what I've done, finding ways to be more proud of what I've done. And so then maybe that second part will come.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense?
I think that totally makes sense. Because you can be proud of your output even if you didn't get the outcome you wanted. Like I remember one time I was in therapy and like, my therapist must think I'm so annoying. Sometimes I'm like, I've actually asked her, I'm like, are you annoyed by me?
I ask that question every day to every person I talk. Are you mad? Are you mad? Did I just piss you off? Was that annoying? Am I being annoying?
I literally was like laying on the ground crying and being like, I'm such a disgrace. I've never done anything. And she's like, okay, let's just collect ourselves for a minute. She's like, you can be disappointed in the outcome of what's happened, but right now you're being totally unrealistic. Like you've never done anything. That's just not even true. It's like, but that's what the whole song, my song Freak Show is about. It's about like being an artist or a person that lives with anxiety and just being a human on this earth and having these extreme thoughts and like kind of realizing we just kind of need to bring it center, because either extreme, the extreme joy and elation and the extreme depression and downtrodden feelings, neither of those are sustainable. Something in the middle is, but it's hard to live in there if you're used to having these extreme emotions.
Yeah, I think that that's very, very accurate, because this is a visual representation of me every month of my life. This up, down, up, down. And then I think about what people who are successful and people who are happy, or people who I deem to be those things, what it looks like for them. And for them, it's like this. Just like a much smaller. It's not that it doesn't wave, it's that it doesn't fucking spike and plummet. Like, I'm constantly spiking and plummeting. And I just like, really am looking forward to that day where it's just like little wave, just like a
baby fish.
Wave. Yeah. I know you guys have things to say too, and that I've been talking Lauren's ear off for the whole time, and I swear I'll share her. So let me get to some of the things that are going on. You guys have asked questions in the Patreon and also in the Super Chat and the Streamlabs, so let's get to those. Jeff Aaron says, I resonate with what each one of you is saying more so than I can explain here. It's why at 45 years old, I quit my day job to concentrate on writing. Jeff just left his job and he's been training the people to take over and doing his thing, but he's leaving and does not know exactly what that looks like. And he's been wanting to do that for a long time. So we're really, really happy for him and excited for whatever that journey brings. Yeah.
So proud of you. That takes so much courage. And astrologically, I know, because you're kind of getting into all that stuff, Rox, it's very on brand with the age of Aquarius, which is what we're in right now.
Age of Aquarius.
It's just the song.
Dude, I don't know about what you're saying. I know that we're out of retrograde as of yesterday, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And now we're in the retro shade, which is the shadow of the retrograde. So that's probably why I'm going in and out tech wise. But the age of Aquarius is all about rejecting convention, rejecting conventional thought, like putting out like really creative, interesting, innovative work, and also focusing back on like collective humanity.
Okay. Collective humanity. That's something that I have, I need to hone back in on.
Collective humanity.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like an island, and I also feel like I am not giving back in the way that I used to. And I feel like those things are very directly correlated. That, like, I just am kind of here. I think it makes sense because we're in quarantine and I'm by myself all day, every day for a year. But so I don't feel like a part of a collective. And then I also feel like I'm not doing my part to give to the collective. So I do feel like this is a collective.
Yeah, I was going to say your show definitely is, but I know you've also volunteered a lot in your life.
Yeah,
and
you just haven't been able to do that because of places are closed and not taking volunteers right now. And you know, we've done a bunch of fundraisers on this show over the last several months, so over the last year, and that's been great. But like, I'm a very hands-on person. So during this time, you know, I used to volunteer at an orphanage in Mexico. I certainly have not been able to do that during this time. I used to go down to Skid Row and help give clothing and distribute clothing and food. I have not been able to do that during this time. Those are not things that I'm saying here to like be like, oh, woe is me that I cannot do those things.
No, but it's part of it's part of like being alive. Is like we're meant to be there for each other and be in community with each other and help people who can't, you know, who aren't currently able to help themselves. So I think when you don't have that, a piece of you can definitely be lacking.
Yeah, and even like things like you're 3,000 miles away right now. Majority of my friends all did the exact same thing. Like, if anything's happening with you, I can't pop over. I can't be, I feel like it's just so different on the Zooms. The whole thing is just like so disconnected. I'm excited and looking forward to the day that it is more of a collective again. And I know that that's coming just inherently by us coming out of this incredibly traumatic year, which I don't even think any of us realize the extent that this is going to have like on all of our souls.
Yeah. We all just went through a massive collective trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and we're still in it.
And we're in it. And we're still in it.
Forgot.
And here we are, still motherfucking in it.
Yeah, like I think you and everyone listening, like just remember that like just getting through the day right now is actually really a triumph.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't feel that, and I know that. So I need to
Live it.
I need the brain to go to the soul, because it's not. I don't know why when I say soul, I point to my heart. I know those are different things.
I always feel like they're interconnected though.
Yeah.
I do. I feel like the heart and soul work in conjunction. So maybe the soul kind of part of it lives there. Sometimes I feel like my soul is like looking down on my body and being like, girl, what are you doing?
I know. I think that all the time. All the time. By the way, Pink Sweets, who says, I just made my own Chipotle chicken bowl. Proud of myself.
Hey, girl.
It's those things. It's those things. All right. I see that there are tons of stuff coming in the Streamlabs and in the Patreon. So let me just make sure I get to some of these. Starting with Glenn Caesar, who put this in before the show even started today. He says, continuing to say it, Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankerson, Jonathan McNally, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Justice for all the people who have lost their lives due to excessive force. Say their names. Absolutely. We continue to talk about that on the show, no matter who is here, how short the show is. That is something we will continue to say for as long as we need to, and apparently we still do. Glenn also says hello and good afternoon, Lauren and Roxy, and all of your nicknames. Lauren, I've made them call me like 5,000 different nicknames over quarantine. None of them have stuck.
Damn.
Grammy and Papo, much love to both of them. Thanks for hanging out with us. And on this hopefully very happy Sunday, peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you and yours. Thanks for being here and there for us. Good luck with all the hosting, singing, songwriting, filming, auditions, and or just booking any gigs that are coming up. Hope you guys have a good time smiling and laughing, and I hope that we can find and feel some joy in each of our days, our weeks, our months, and our years. Please remember, you're kind, you're smart, you're unique, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers on the internet or not, makes you worthy. As such, your story is important and deserves to be seen and heard. You are appreciated. Positive thoughts to you, Roxy, Lauren, and the rock stars who show up and give their support whenever and however they can. Don't forget, when it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. We are in it with you. And saying it again, let's fucking go. Smets and everyone who is fighting today, for today, tomorrow, and more. Smash cancer, be most excellent, rock stars, show up for each other and people who need it. That's what makes you cool. Cheers to fuck yeah news in 2021 and beyond. Glenn with those positive comments all the time.
He should be a motivational speaker. That was amazing.
I feel like he is. Based on Glenn, you should put this show on your resume.
For real.
Because you always bring the heat. I call him the mascot of the show because I do feel like he's just like, that's what he is. He's the heart, soul, team.
So
captain.
positive and sweet and kind and loving.
Yeah, he really is amazing. I want to get to some of these Patreon questions for Lauren. Weston Ira in here said, welcome back, Lauren. My question is, would you do a sitcom? If so, I think I know an actress you could pair with. I hear she likes bunnies. That's me. I like bunnies.
Yeah. Do you know that? That was my dream.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I moved to LA, I thought that I was going to be there for 3 months and then have a sitcom on the WB lot. That was the plan.
Yeah, same.
And it's going great, actually.
No, it's awesome. Honestly, my sitcom was amazing. You guys just all didn't see it for some reason.
I know. It's so weird. Why didn't you tune in?
Yeah, it's strange. What's like your sitcom archetype?
Oh, I mean, archetype. I think I would play like a Phoebe type really, really well.
You would do that. You would smash that.
Yeah. My favorite show of all time is The Office, but I don't think I'm necessarily like somebody who like plays super subtle really well because I'm not very subtle in my own life. But I mean, being on a show like that would be a dream.
I can see it.
Let's do it.
I can see it.
Well, you know what? When I get back, if you're interested, I really I miss acting and I just want to do it. And I think now, because I'm like further away from it, when I was first trying to act, I wanted it so bad that I like pushed it away from me. But if you're interested, I would love to do something with you.
100%. I'm always interested in working on anything with you. And remind you guys at home, remind me to talk about that in a second, because Lo has been helping me with some of my creative endeavors recently. But I'll get to that. Garth McMurray says, nice to see you again, Lauren. I think I first saw you on the Tomorrow Show years ago. Cool. My question is, what is your process when writing a song? Does it come to you naturally, or do you need to work at it? And what type of setting helps you write?
That's a great question. So I'm a person who's kind of all over the place with my songwriting process. Sometimes the idea will come to me when I'm driving and I'll start singing into my voice notes. I sometimes get ideas in my sleep. Like I'll be in that state right between awake and asleep, and I'll sing it again into my voice notes. Sometimes I'm strumming on the guitar and something starts coming out. Sometimes I write all in one session and get it done. Like I just wrote the song Feelings. It's really cute and super catchy. I played it on my live today. And that song, it's really cute. Also, I was thinking, Rox, I don't know if you'd ever be interested, but I have my guitar next to me, so I'm happy to like play a song if you want me to. It's your call.
Wait, I want to hear what this is.
So the song Feelings is about liking someone when you really don't want to like them.
Is that a good one to play?
It's cute if you want to hear it.
Yeah, I kind of do. Well, I want to hear whatever you want to play for us. But yes, I think we all would like. I mean, send bunnies right now, guys. If you
I
like
that one, and I'll tell you the other one I really like is called Trying Babe. It's like they're both love songs, which I kind of never have done that.
Yeah.
They're like songs that are about love in a positive way instead of being like, you tortured me and I'm so sad.
I think that, okay, so both of these sound good. Send bunnies if you guys want to hear. It sounds like everybody's already sending bunnies and saying that they do want to hear. So I think that that's going to be a yes. Yep. Thanks to Ryan Payne and Mason Allen and Star Gonzalez and John Get Bent for all confirming what I already knew, that you want to hear Lauren sing and play guitar. Which one of those two you pick for us? Which one is better? Not better, but which one you're more in the mood for?
Britt has been.
Oh no. It's going to be challenging if during the song if she freezes during the song, I'll make up the rest of the lyrics and I'll sing for you guys just to keep the show alive. And probably she can hear me right now, but we just can't hear or see her. It's so sad. Oh, she dropped out. Shit, just as about we were going to get to the song. This whole thing. All right, she's back. Yes. No, she's back and frozen. Pete just says she'll unfreeze. I like the confidence in you, Pete. I do like the confidence. John says the internet hates her. I know. The internet hates me. Bruce Banner says, why? I really don't know. Well, she will figure this out, I believe. Oh, I think it's happened. Lo?
Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like when you're here, you're perfect. And then you're gone.
I know. What the hell?
Like an angel.
I'm trying to think of which song. I think you might like Trying Babe better. So I'm going to play that for you.
All right.
Okay. Let me get this. Let me just figure this. You here, entertain for a minute while I get my headphones set.
That's very, very hard for me. Should I do some juggling or what? Yeah, you guys are all saying that she's back and you're excited. I agree. We're going to be hearing Trying Babe. But in the meantime, those of you guys go over. Have you already liked her video? Did you already leave a comment? I will read those in a little bit for anybody who did. It is the first link in the description. It's all caps because I am a 12-year-old girl in the soul.
Okay,
Whoa,
so I wrote this song.
Now we can barely see you. It's all a blur.
Really?
Yeah, it's all a blur. It was all a dream. Wait, I'm taking you out and putting you back in. Might help.
Okay. Am I still blurry?
Yeah. Is she blurry for you? I know. All right, whatever. It's a good blur, though. I think it's fine. Yeah, you're coming back.
I wanna get drunk with you. Oh, we could be sober too. I wanna get married soon. Oh, we could be just friends too. I wanna hold you so tight.
Oh no! Lo, it's so good. What happened?
Am I still there?
No, you're here again. You're here.
Okay.
You're here.
All right. Where did I end? Hold you so tight?
Yes. Yeah.
I wanna hold you so tight and make up after we fight. I guess I want everything, but only you make me sing. Oh, I wanna go to the show tonight. So many people, but it feels like just you and I. I've wanted you in 1,000 ways. I've never known how to say it, but I'm trying, babe. Remember that now we danced. I felt so small in your hands. If I ever push you away, your enemies come closer, babe. Oh, I wanna go to the show tonight. So many people, but it feels like just you and I. I've wanted you in 1,000 ways. Of now I know how to say it, but I'm trying, babe. And they say we got too much baggage, but you're the only one I wanna drag it with. Hey, let's try to sing home. We're a mess, baby, and we're magic. I think aloud without you and I panic. Oh, I'm releasing my doubt. I wanna get drunk with you. Oh, we could be sober too. Oh, I wanna go to the show tonight. So many people, but it feels like just you and I. I wanted you in 1,000 ways. Of now I know how to say it, but I'm trying, babe. I'm really trying, babe. Are we gonna try this, babe? Could you just try this, babe? But now I'm trying, babe.
Lo, you have to look at the comments right now. Holy crap. That one
Aw.
is awesome, Lauren. Like, that song is fire.
I love it.
When did you write that?
November.
So good. What are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna record it. I think
They're freaking out right now. Are you watching this? Me too.
you're all so sweet. I love your people so much. I love you so much. I mean, it's cool because I really feel like you collect, like the audience you have is reflective of who you are, and it's really beautiful to see that that is true here. But yeah, I love the song. I don't know. It just
love
makes
this
me
song.
happy. It
I
makes
love
me
this
really
song.
happy. I'm not in love right now, but it makes me want to be in love and hopeful that I can find love.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't that be fucking nice?
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
I know. I can't wait till it's recorded so I can listen to it on repeat. But in the meantime, now at least we have it on this channel. So anytime you guys want to come back and listen to it, please do so. And I also told you guys, please go over at Freak Show. It's in the description right now. Let me refresh this page and see what's going on over here. Are you guys showing up for our girl Lauren? Are you leaving those comments? Are you liking the video? DK 1 minute ago said, gorgeous everything. What an amazing talent. 3 minutes ago, John Bainbridge said, can't wait to watch this after Roxy's show. 4 minutes ago, Mason Allen said, yes, Lauren. Jeff Aaron said, this is awesome. I feel like this could play during a CW episode. Glenn Caesar wrote, just
Yes.
fucking dope, straight fire. Way to do the damn thing, Lauren. Yeah. Star Gonzalez wrote, so in love with this. Garth McMurray wrote, great music video, lovely song. Jake Yacovetta said, awesome video and song, Lauren. Star Drew wrote, very serene song, talking about two sides of a meaning of life, light and dark. Quite a beautiful song, Lauren, right up there with Enya, Only Time / Orinoco Flow. Thank you guys so much for commenting. Continue to comment over there. Like it. I will give shout outs to anybody else who leaves a comment over there. Thumbs up, all that great stuff. Thank you guys so much for supporting Lauren. She obviously has fucking earned it. Lauren, that one was so good. It was so good.
I love it too. I love it when I love it. You know, it doesn't feel good when you love something you've done.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just so rare because I'm just putting out so much stuff all the time that, like, when there's one of the things that I'm like, ooh, that one landed. That one. Mm-hmm.
Question for you though. Do you give yourself to actually feel into it after you've done something, or do you just move on to the next thing?
Move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that will also be a part of us achieving our dreams. I'm going to be really honest with you. I think that for us to get to the place where we both want to be, because we both have huge ass dreams, like ridiculous, amazing dreams. But I think that in order for us to get there, like the universe needs to know that we're ready to enjoy it. You're scared. I know.
No, here's the thing. Like, I do believe in the universe, but I do not believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe that we make things happen for a reason. And so like, I know in my soul, I'm ready to be happy and I'm ready to have success. And I think what's challenging about that is when I moved here 11 years ago, I guess 12 years ago in the summer, I thought that I felt that way also. And now looking back, I know was not ready. And I know I was not ready to have happiness. And I know I was not ready to have success. So I don't know. There's a world, I guess, it's in 10 years that I look back at this moment and think that I wasn't ready. But I highly doubt it.
Interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
I do, but at the same time, so like every time in my life when I thought I was fat or ugly, I was so fucking skinny and so beautiful. And so I think about that now, like anytime when I'm going toward being like, oh, I don't like my body or I don't like the way I look, being like, well, what if you're beautiful now too?
And you just don't see it.
Yeah.
I guess there's always the possibility that I'm not, but I think I am. I just feel like I fucking am. And I don't know, it feels different this time.
Yeah, I feel like I am too. I feel like I'm definitely ready to level up, whatever that means. I'm trying not to be too outcome based though.
Yeah, I know you. I know.
It's hard.
Well, I don't know that I'm ready for that part, but I hear you and it's planting seeds at least. I know that there's more questions for Lauren. I'm going to get to some of these right now. Leonard Kim in the Patreon said, from inception to completion, how long does it typically take you to create a song? So again, for that one you just did, like what was, I know it's different for everyone.
That was one day. I mean, that was like an hour. That one was an hour. Sometimes they just want to come out. So my friend Jordan sent me, he had written the little riff that I played. And then he had written I want to get drunk with you, that like the first 4 lines. So I basically wrote every other part of the song, but he gave me like the seeds for what the song would be. And him and I have a really, really great songwriting rapport. So after that, it just came right out. It was like an hour.
So Lo, you sent me, I don't know if you remember this, a voice note of this. And like, I know that he had sent something and I was like flipping out over this song a little bit ago when it happened, but watching you play it live is so different.
Wow.
So different.
What's different about it?
I don't know. It's like got more like, I mean, it was amazing when you sent me the voice note too, but it was also in pieces at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know why the word hoppy like comes to me, but it like has this like exciting jittery energy to it. Like did it like just I don't know, whimsical and hoppy.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it feels like when you realize like you like someone or you love someone. You're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
It feels like the human incarnation of butterflies. I guess that's what it's like. Yeah, don't fly away. Fly back home. Fly back to LA.
Okay.
All right, these are some other questions, kind of random, but Sir Joker 40, who I love, says, hello, ma'am. Oh my God, Sir Joker. Says, if you could be a ghost, a vampire, a werewolf, or a zombie, which would you be and why?
Ghost, vampire, werewolf. I think being a ghost would be really frustrating, so I don't want to be a ghost. It's like you have to like give weird messages to people.
Yeah.
Okay, not a zombie. Werewolf or a zombie? Wait, werewolf or a vampire?
Vampire, werewolf.
I think werewolf sounds like the most fun to me. Because then I could like feel what it's like to be a dog, like go out and run the streets and then go back to being a person. And I don't have to kill anyone. Because the hard part about being a vampire is unless we live in Twilight World, like I would have to kill people to stay alive.
Low though, in it depends on which kind of werewolf you are, but usually you don't become a werewolf until you've killed somebody.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I know this from Vampire Diaries.
Well, fine. Then maybe I'll be a vampire because at least they have a lot of sex.
That's true. That's true. And it looks good.
Yeah.
Glenn Caesar. Okay, Glenn, you asked a lot of questions. I'm going to try to get to at least one or two. He said, when you're in a funk, or feeling off, what artist, song, or genre is your stress reliever?
Robin, always.
Dude, I have been listening to Ever Again on repeat.
That's so funny. Because when you posted that, that's the song I've been listening to almost every day since November.
Me too. And why? It's so
because
weird.
I don't want to be brokenhearted ever again.
I'm never going to be brokenhearted ever again.
I love the sentiment because she does have so many songs
that
are like sad and like, but to a good beat, you know? And I've listened to all those songs and resonated with all of them. And then when she put that out, I'm like, oh, if she's not going to do it, then I don't have to do it either.
Yep. Whatever Robin says goes.
Yeah, it's true.
Because she's just the freaking best.
She's the truth.
I like that. It's like what genre, specifically Robin, and that's how we feel. You can't take it from us. All right, going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see what's going on in here. Popcorn says, hello, Roxy and Lauren. Have you seen Jin Cummings' movies? He reminds me of Roxy. LOL. His directorial debut is amazing. He reminds you of me. I recommend watching it. It's called Thunder Road. Is it the Bruce Springsteen thing? Do you all have favorite indie directors? Isn't Jim Cummings the isn't it that Floop from Spy Kids? You know who I'm talking about? Oh no, that's somebody else Cummings. Jim Cummings is the guy from this is the guy from who voices Winnie the Pooh, right? And isn't he? No, I think he had some Me Too stuff go down. I think I interviewed him before that. I don't know. I'm missing part of this question, but I do understand that the last part of this question is asking us if we have any favorite indie directors. So, Lo, do you have any favorite indies or indie directors?
Unfortunately, no. I really need to work on my movie knowledge, and it's certainly my indie movie knowledge. So I don't, but I love anybody who, fights for their dreams. And I think a lot of times indie directors are people who've really fought for their dreams.
Yeah,
so respect.
That's very, very true. I guess it depends on how indie we're going, but I think that prior to Marriage Story, I would have called Noah Baumbach an indie director. I really liked Francis Ha. He's very good, and I like Marriage Story a lot too. Also, if you call Greta Gerwig one, hopefully that helps. Okay, you guys are telling me about Jim Cummings. I was thinking of Alan Cummings. Yep, that is who I was thinking of for Floop from Spy Kids. Winnie the Pooh is great. I like. You guys are all over the place right now, but it's Jim Cummings thing. All right. Well, good to know. John Granberg says, Roxy, I hope this helps with your upcoming move. Thank you so much, John. That's very, very sweet. Yeah. So you guys know I am moving in the next couple of days. We finally found the apartment. And as I told Lauren right before this, Lauren goes, yeah, moving sucks. It's just
the worst.
It's just not fun in any way.
No. I mean, the fun thing is when you get to live in the new place, but no part of moving is fun. Every part of it is torture.
Yep. And that's just the truth of it.
And anyone who helps you move is your friend for life. They are your family. Yeah. And you have to thank them for the rest of your life because honestly, it's the worst thing in the world. And then
that's me with Michael Klaus. And you guys are always talking to me how different Michael Klaus and I are. I know. But he helped me move and I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Ever.
And like during a tough time.
During a tough ass time. When I was like so brokenhearted and I could not get off the floor and he was like, I'll move you. Like, I'm never going to forget that.
Yeah.
He hung all my shit too. Very, very sweet. Lo, a couple of things and then a few more questions. Get them in now, guys, because we are getting out of here soon. I wanted to hear about your meditation practice and what you've done and what you changed. You mentioned that you're doing something different.
So yes. So in the vein of I am attached to my achievement, my worth is in what I do and how high I achieve. I had been doing for almost like a year or two a meditation practice that had to do with abundance and manifestation. And that's great. And I'm not going away from that. And I still think that's important. But I was like, what if I just did one that was a little bit more attached to me as like a spiritual being? Let's see how that felt. Because I was doing that every day and feeling really bad, physically and emotionally. And so I started doing
the other one every day and feeling
the manifestation abundance one. Mm-hmm. And for a while it was working for me. But, I think an important part of our lives is like realizing that just because we've always done something a certain way doesn't mean it's still serving us today and reevaluating.
Right.
So when I wasn't feeling good, I started thinking about, well, what do I need? And I'm like, I just feel like off. Like I don't feel at home in my body. So I started doing a chakra balancing meditation.
When are
And
you talking about? When was this transition?
This is actually only a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started doing a chakra balancing meditation. I can actually, is there like a collective place that everybody from your community goes where I could post it?
Well, what is it? It's a link?
It's a YouTube video.
Yeah, well, we can put it in here.
Okay. I can look for it.
We can put it in here, but also, yeah, I have a Discord, but not everybody here gets to see that because that's only for the patrons. So why don't we try to put a link in here? If you send it to me, I can just throw it up in here.
Okay, cool. So anyway, it's awesome. It's only 10 minutes long, and you just go through the different energy centers in your body and picture them getting cleared. And here's an interesting thing. So like in the meditation, it says to like bring in energy to each different energy center. My first thought was like push it out. Like I literally like pictured my energy going around the world, and I realized like how much energy I give out, but I don't take much in. So that's kind of been the biggest takeaway for me is like I need to take some energy in as well as giving it out.
How do you do that?
I don't know 100%. I started by visualizing it, and that seems to help.
Cool. This is something that I tell you guys about all the time, but just to reiterate, I'm willing to try anything because you just don't know what's going to work for you. Like anytime somebody suggests like journal this, do this, why the fuck not? I'm just always willing to give it a shot because if it works for somebody else, it might work for me. I'm putting this in the comments right now. And then Glenn, if you want to throw it in the Discord too for our people, and also to Rob Fishback, if you want to put this in the time code link, just so people who are not watching this live have it. Just because if it works for Lauren, it might work for us.
Just try it.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst thing that happens is you spend 10 minutes like laying or sitting down and, picturing different colors. It's beautiful.
I like colors.
Yeah.
Evan Hooker in the super chat says, great song, Lauren. Been songwriting since I was a teen, and I'm trying to put less value on making it and just enjoy the creative process. I love this journey for you, Evan, because Evan is also going through a divorce right now from his high school sweetheart, and was talking about like what is next. And I think the fact that this is part of your finding of yourself and your creative process and what you're doing, that sounds probably very promising and positive for you.
Definitely. And I think that it's just so healing. Like that has been the greatest thing about songwriting for me. I really want to make it. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to make it. I just don't want my whole self-worth to be predicated on that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll never get there.
Don't say that.
I don't know. Like maybe I'll never get to the part where my self-worth, like I said, I will never give up.
No,
I'm going to make it or die trying.
Don't even put that. You've given us so many wise words today. And I think don't even put that energy in the universe. Like you will.
Okay.
You
All
will.
right. That sounds good.
You're my stomach.
What?
My stomach just went.
I didn't hear it.
The microphone.
I didn't hear it.
It was very, very
but yeah, I think the biggest thing about creating is that it gets like the thing that we're going through, it doesn't stay in us, and then it doesn't end with us. Like you can make somebody else feel less alone with what you make too. So even if it's one person, that's worth it.
Glenn Caesar says, yeah, you can only cleanse yourself by taking in the appropriate energy and then pushing the gunk / stuff that needs clearing first. Colors work well. Glenn's really into chakras.
Yes, Glenn.
Yeah.
Chakra king.
Yeah. And just in general, he's super into meditation and always like grounds us. So it's something I'm not very good at. I want to get better at it. And sometimes I'm in more touch with it than other times. But like, I don't know, quieting my mind has been very challenging during this time. I'm really trying to work on it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Rox, that acupuncture has really been helping me.
Really?
Yeah. And I like that because then it's just like literally he's putting needles in my body, but then it starts working on your mental health, your spirituality, like everything starts kind of shifting.
Anytime somebody's talked about it, and maybe I should just try it, and I will then. I'm a very literal person, and I understand science, and like I'm not as good with so I am trying to figure out like scientifically, how does it work?
Well, all I'll say is this. Western medical insurance covers very little of anything alternative. Acupuncture and chiropractic work are pretty much the two things, sometimes massage, but like really the only two things that are alternative that they cover. So there is merit and there is science in it working. I don't know if you have to understand the whole part of it. I mean, it basically balances the energy meridians in your body. And it's been around for like thousands of years, like way longer than our surgeries and medicines have. So if something stood the test of time and is still helping people, I think it's worth a try.
What's an energy meridian?
Oh, girl, I don't fully know, but I mean, it's like, I think it's just like the different energy places in your body. And if they're out of whack and they're not communicating with each other, then you're like physically, emotionally, mentally out of whack. So they balance the chi, which is like the energy in your body.
Okay. I got a lot to learn.
Me too. I know a little about a lot.
Before we get out of here, I am seeing a couple more comments on Lauren's YouTube video. If you haven't clicked on it already, make sure you do so. If you haven't listened to it already or watched her music video, that is the first thing you're doing after this show. I would have clapped, but my hand was holding up my whole body on my leg. So that's what would have happened. Weston Ira in here said, something to listen to again and again. And John G wrote, beautiful song. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting Lauren over there and continuing to support her. Lo, I know that you're kind of all over the place right now. And that I see that you're doing these Sunday morning shows. You've got a lot going on. So if they want to continue listening to your music, where are all the places they can find you?
Yes. So I'm anywhere music is heard. But what I'm really pushing for right now, if any of you are on Spotify and you would take the time to follow me, that would mean so much to me because it really makes a huge difference. Like that's what, like Roxy talks about, there are some things you can do that don't take a lot of energy that really make a difference in someone's life. Following me on Spotify is one of them because next time I release a single, first of all, you'll be the first to know. But
So
second
it
of
alerts
all,
them, like if
it
you
alerts
follow
you.
somebody, okay,
you'll like get an email saying like Lauren LoGrasso just released. It says it's called Release Radar. Pretty cool. But the other thing is, Spotify playlists can actually be life changing. Like if I could get on one of those, I would have made it, quote unquote. Like I could get a manager that could really make a difference in my life. Blah blah blah. It's kind of limitless to how it could change my life.
Well, it's not blah blah blah. I know it's you and I both do this where it's like when we're talking about where you can find us, it's like blah blah. You guys get it, but like I don't know for those of you guys who aren't in this space, like it really can make such a massive thing. So if you guys are on Spotify, literally right now, just like grab your phone. I know because of me, if I don't do something when somebody's telling me to do it, I forget to do it. So just like pick up your phone right now and make sure you follow her. Thank you to Jake who put this link in here, open.spotify. You guys can see the rest. But find Lauren on there. This is the link directly to her. Make sure you subscribe. Rob says, Def will subscribe. Let me know when you've done it, Rob. I only want to know when you did it. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really would appreciate all of you going and following me on there because it could make a huge, massive difference to my life and really give me visibility as an artist, which is one of my deepest dreams, is to have my music reach millions of people and help them feel less alone.
Bruce Banner says, that's true. Getting a placement on Spotify or Apple playlist is a game changer. So how does that happen? It's just enough people notice your music and then they put it on a playlist?
It's kind of mysterious, but Spotify, it is like everybody's trying to figure out how to crack the code. But basically you pitch your song to the editors of Spotify and there's like specific people at Spotify curating these playlists. And if you can get on one of their top listened to ones, I mean, it's could change your career overnight. And they're more likely.
Followed, Jake followed, Bruce already subscribed.
Bruce, I love you.
Mason followed. Yeah, that's
Thanks.
what's coming. Brandy, my people.
Thanks, friends. So yeah, it's and what I've heard is they're a lot more likely to give you a chance if you have more followers and subscribers on there. So
yeah, because it's less risky for them.
Yeah.
The more they already know people follow you and like your stuff, the more that they are willing to push for you. I get that. Evan followed, Stefan followed. Yeah, that's what's up. So where else, Lauren? I know again you're on IGTV.
Yes. IGTV, I do a live show. I've been doing it every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So check that out. I play that song that I just played all the time on that show. And I mean, you can even request songs. Like, I'd love to hear from you. And like, it's super interactive. I kind of think it's like a hybrid between my podcast, Unleash Your Inner Creative, and a live show that I would typically do with my music. My parents, I'm still here for a couple more weeks, so they're really funny in the background. And it's fun.
Your mom
Maybe
is so cute.
she's so cute. She loves you so much.
Wait, look at all these people. Glenn's following, Rob's following. Brandy says I'll follow Lauren wherever.
Aw,
Juan's
Brandy.
following. John G's following. Yes. I love this. Yay. Way to
You're
go,
never
Matt.
too late, Al.
Yeah, you're not too late, but we are getting out of here in the next minute or so.
Yeah, so follow along there on Instagram at Lauren LoGrasso. Also, just started TikTok. I'm trying. I don't know. It feels like outer space every time I go on there, but I'm at Lauren LoGrasso on TikTok, and also at Unleash Your Inner Creative. That's my podcast. You can listen to that wherever you get your pods. Yeah, just I'm hustling right now, Rox, trying to make it happen. I also feel,
I know it.
you know, with everything we said, I do feel differently. And I partially think that the reason I feel differently, like something's coming, is because I am ready for it, because I am shifting my perspective and I don't feel so scared and attached to it in a way that is scary and clutchy. It's more like, this is the output of all the work I've put in, and now something's going to return to me. I'm not sure exactly what it will be, but I feel like something's coming.
Well, I think that we all feel the exact same way for you, Lauren, because otherwise we wouldn't be as obsessed with you as we are. And that I always, and everything you post, I write, I'm your number one fan. And I don't do that to be obnoxious. I do it because I really feel like that. Like, I feel like I am so excited that when you are this massive star, I'm going to be like, I hit it first. Like, that was like, I knew when all of you guys were sleeping on this, I knew. And okay, I'll let your parents have number one and number two, but like, then I'm number three.
I agree with that. I mean, you and honestly, my ex-boyfriend too.
Yeah, he
always
was great about it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been great. But like, you were always the people who were in the audience singing the lyrics back to me.
Every lyric.
And like,
every lyric. I love your song so much. I know
that,
every
I
lyric.
can't even tell you how much that means. Like,
Pete
I'll
says
never forget
stalker
that.
Roxy. If that makes me a stalker,
Stock on, honey.
and stock on. Yay, Rick's following, Mark's following. See, that's a nicer thing to say than Pete saying stalker Roxy. Stalker Roxy. Oh, and for the last time, I think that Lauren has frozen again. So I think that's our sign to get that F out of here. Oh, she's back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm still gone.
Lo, thank you for joining us today. I love you.
Rox, are you gonna tell them the thing you teased about us collaborating on
Oh
something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had a sleepless night. You guys know I have many of those. Where I was really annoyed and upset with the situation that was taking place. It's a situation that I will tell you guys about at a different moment in time. But something had just happened, and I was like, you know what I was like? I was like, fuck this. That's honestly like what happened. And there was a specific thing, like some words that were resonating in my head that somebody had said or whatever it was. And I was like, no, actually fuck this. And so I, at 5 a.m. or something like that, started sending Lauren some I just started like recording voice notes on my phone and making lyrics to I've never written a song before. I don't know what it is, but I was like, I have a song inside me right now. And so I sent her, what did I sent you voice
You
notes.
sent me a voice memo of you singing a song.
It was
and lyrics.
Yeah. It was brutal.
It was not brutal. I from day one have said you have a really lovely voice, and you obviously have amazing music taste, not just because of me, but just in general. You have great taste when it comes to music, and you've always been able to carry a tune. And so I was thrilled because I've always thought that this is something you could and should do. And I just instantly, as soon as you sent it to me, I'm like, I have to put this to guitar. So
she made something incredible of my trash, which was like the nicest thing that's ever happened to me.
But I'm genuinely obsessed with it, and I can't wait for you to reveal it to the world because I want to sing it so badly.
I don't even know in what capacity that would happen. I think that like I don't know. I don't know why I did it. So I have to like figure out a little more about it. And then like I'm hoping that Lauren will help me like partially try to like sing better, and I don't know, maybe we can like do something together on it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, when I get back, so I've been trying to like kind of figure out harmonies on it. So when I get back, I think it'd be really cool to get together and just play it through and figure out, yeah, if you want to sing it live in some capacity, I think it'd be really fun.
I don't even know. It's so nerve-wracking, but I was really happy because I had a song in my heart, and then Lauren like brought it to life, and I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. That just like I felt a way, and then you were able to do something with that way that I felt. I've never had that before because I've never written something like that. So, I write my journal, I write poems, I write scripts, but the thing about those things is like they're kind of for you until you sell something or are able to get it made. This was like pretty immediate.
That's what I love about songwriting.
Yeah, it was pretty
is that
cool.
you think of it and then you can instantly do the thing. And I think that's one of the beauties of it. And also like one of the beauties of hosting. You can do the same thing with hosting. But like, let me just clarify, you didn't just like throw something together. Like you had all the structure of a song. There was a verse, a chorus, a verse, a chorus, a bridge, a chorus. Like
I listened to a lot of music, so I was less concerned about that. Luckily, I was like, okay, what is the simple, Roxy, what's a simple song structure that you are not going to fuck up too much?
Yeah, but
And
not
that
everyone
was
would know that like inherently. I just want to point out you have an inherent gift for this. For that to be your first swing, it's pretty wild. And I was singing it around the house and my mom and dad like started singing it with me too. So it's catchy. All I'm saying is y'all better not sleep on Roxy Stryer, the songwriter, because she's got it in her.
I don't know about that, but like any chance to team up with you, Lo, and I'm in. So like I've wanted to learn to play guitar forever. Like I want to write songs. So I'm just gonna stick with you and maybe something will happen there.
It
Like,
definitely will.
Take me with you. Take me to your leader.
I'm taking you.
Yeah, thanks. I did see you guys said there was another Streamlabs in here for Lo. Glenn Caesar said, I'm so not surprised Lauren's doing a chakra/spiritual energy center cleansing meditation. So not surprised. Laugh my ass off. Healing yourself first, then go about working to help other people. Major energy meridians and chakras, aka spiritual energy centers. Yeah, I'm not surprised either because Lauren's all about like self-love and growth and all of that. So she practices what she preaches, which is nice.
I love it. I mean, I live for a chakra, Glenn. You and I can talk offline. We'll have a new podcast called Chakra Chat.
I have FOMO. I want to be in the chakra chat. All right, we're getting out of here. Much love to you guys. As always, don't forget to make your beds, put down your toilet seats and your lids. This is something we learned, Lauren. It's very, very important. Don't trend with the Holocaust. That's a new one we've added. As a lot of people seem to be trending with the Holocaust, and it's just, you never want to do that. Reach out to your loved ones, anybody who might be struggling during this time, which really can be anybody. So make sure you're checking in on your people. I will be back tonight for the World Girls as we do our wind down, and we are asking Darina 21 questions. So those should be interesting. That is at 7 p.m. So don't worry, you won't even be alone for like 5 more hours. I'll just be back here. I'm always here. That's youtube.com/theworldgirls. Follow Lauren on Spotify. Check out her IGTVs. Follow her on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you go listen to her song Freak Show. Leave that comment. Subscribe to her on YouTube. All that great stuff. Love you, Lauren. And
love you, Rox.
Can't wait till the next time you're back live at the Roxy.
Yay, same. Mwah. Love you.
Love you.